it's JC. Welcome to Urban Life Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. I am in the jungle once again, and today I thought I'll test out a new minimalistic bushcraft carry system when I come into the jungle. Typically I carry a belt kit and a pack, but today I'm just carrying one bag, and that's this haversack over here. And I'll pack what I consider the most essential gear needed for bushcraft and a light hike, all in this haversack. So let's break it down and I'll explain to you why I put this together. Here's a look at the haversack that I'm using. This is the Helikon Tex Bushcraft haversack. It comes in a variety of colors. I chose black simply because all my gear is black, but you can get it in tan, camel, multicam, lots of different options. I'm sure you'll find something that you like. Now, I believe this is 17 liters in terms of what it can hold, but definitely I'm not carrying that much here. The whole idea behind this kit is to be as lightweight as possible. Now, generally when I go out, I carry a belt kit and a pack. I've discussed this several times before. In fact, I recently did a video on my upgraded jungle bushcraft belt kit. You can check it out in the link in the card above or the description below. So the whole idea of this is to come up with a system that I could carry if I just wanted to do a short day trip out, a very light hike, and with bushcrafting in mind. The whole idea is just to enjoy the outdoors. Now, when I go out with my buddy and we go out with the belt kit and the pack, we often joke that we look like we're going out to war, even though we're just going into a forest reserve for a hike and to do some bushcraft. So the whole idea was to think, okay, what could I pack that would just be the essentials, that could pack in one bag? I could just sling it, or I could carry it as a pack and just go out. I decided to go with a haversack simply because I like that system. Even for my urban EDC, I carry a crossbody bag, which is kind of like a small haversack, and I wanted something that was not too large because I didn't want to carry many things, but I wanted to have the different components and pockets that I could put different bits of gear that have been thought out for bushcraft. And I think this by and large has that thought process when it comes to designing this pack. And I put together all the essential bits of gear from my main system into this pack, and it's pretty lightweight, as you can see, and I really like it. I can carry it even if it's for a longer hike. I'm not talking about, of course, more than 10 kilometers, but we're talking about, I think, a 3 to 5 kilometer hike. This could be carried close to my body, across my back, this resting on my lower back and the hips, and it's actually quite comfortable. I don't feel that much of a strain, even though it's on one side as opposed to a backpack. But of course, if I'm carrying more gear, going for a longer hike, definitely backpack over haversack. But I thought I'll share this with you in case you get some ideas, and it might work for a system that you're looking at as well. So I'll talk about the bag as I showcase the gear as well. We'll just have a look on the outside. You can see on both sides there are different MOLLE attachments where you can strap on different bits of gear. And here I have my my glove strap, which is on right there, and that's MOLLE on. On the other side, you also have that same thing. Now, you also have two pockets on either side. One pocket can go all the way through, so that passes all the way through. So if you have a hatchet, you can put that all the way through, and one is closed. So on the other side, what I've done is I've put my silky saw, and that goes into the pocket, which has no bottom, or which has a bottom so it can't fall out. But at the same time, I've got my plastic carabiner over here to my lanyard, and that goes to another MOLLE kind of loop over here. So there's no way this is gonna fall out and be lost. So that is that, easy access. On the outside, I also have my parang. So this is my village chandong from my parang. I've done a review on this before as well. You can check that video in the link in the card above or description below. So this is in my kydex sheath, and I want it always easy access. So this basically just goes onto my carabiner, which is on the strap of the haversack itself, which is pretty neat. So this acts as kind of the sling, because I do advocate carrying a parang on a sling as well. So this just goes here, loops in, and when it's on, it's at my ready position on my right. When I sling carry my pouch, I can grab it anytime I like to deploy, if I need to slash and cut through something. If not, it's always there, not in the way, in kind of a dangler system. So I'm really happy with how this works out. So I should mention, I'm not wearing a belt kit. I of course have a belt now. I can carry a fixed blade if I want, but right now I've got nothing on me, on my belt, and everything is with this haversack. All right, now in the front over here, you have a zipper compartment. So this is an exterior zip, and I just see this as essential items that I want to grab if I'm doing some bushcrafting. So I do have paracord, my fire kit, insect repellent, and my compass. So not overstuffed, just bare essentials that I will need, and that easy access from the exterior pouch. Now quickly talk about the strap itself. I like it because it's nice and wide. Now there is no padding. Maybe that would have been a better feature if they've added some padding, but there is these Velcro snaps that you can actually take out the strap completely. Now several people have mentioned this before. They were preferred if the two ends here would have been opposing sides so that you could kind of buckle this together and get a hand carry holder. I do agree that would have been actually quite convenient and wouldn't have cost them much as well. Okay, so let's have a look at the main compartment now. So it's just one big zipper like that. There's no other exterior zip on this side. And when you open it up, it's quite spacious. And there are two side pockets in terms of elastic kind of pockets which you can hold gear, and there is one netted pocket right over here. Let's go through the items in my main compartment first. First up, I have my canteen cook set. I've done a video on this, so I do not want to go too much into it, but basically I've got a Nalgene bottle and I've got a Lazada canteen cook stove set, and all that sits inside here. This is a Rothko canteen pouch, which I think is a great size. I usually carry on this on my belt, but put this inside here. I have plastic bags, coffee filters, and go through the Curie tabs over here. So the whole idea is for it to be a complete water survival kind of setup. And I've got a plastic tube over here, or rubber tube actually, and this is for me to extract water out of bamboo, which I've shown before as well. So great way to get water out in the jungle. So that is the self-contained canteen cook set and my water canteen. I've also got my water filter system, mini soy squeeze within a netted bag, a cat tourniquet and trauma shears. And that's it for the main compartment. As you can see, really minimalistic. The whole idea is to carry just exactly what I need. Now, to complement the cat tourniquet, I do have a field dressing. It's a military grade field dressing. That's on this side pouch, as you can see over here. And I also have my first aid kit, which also comes right out of my belt kit. And I've talked about this Helikon mini med kit and my contents of my IFAC in a previous video. You can check that out as well. So all that goes onto the inner side pocket here, and on the other side I basically just have my poncho. So this is a USGI poncho. It's great because you can use it as a poncho, great quality, and it also has the grommet so that you can have emergency setups as well for shelter. So that is on the side. And finally, in the netted bag over here, I just have some toiletry items. We're talking about tissue, wet wipes, and magic towels where you add water and it expands. So that's basically it. And if I've got any energy bars or drinks, sachets, I'll put it inside here as well. Well, that is my minimalistic bushcraft haversack. I should mention I have two items on me as well that are not in the bag, but I thought I'll show you. The first is the neck gaiter or buff. This I find a lifesaver. It's got many uses, but mainly it helps me keep my perspiration in. I keep it like a headband on my forehead, really keeps the sweat out of my eyes, but you can use it for many other things. If it's too bright in terms of the sunshine, I can pull up my collar and I pull down the buff to cover the back of my neck and I'm covered. So I used to wear a cap for years, but I've changed to the buff and I find it so much better, and actually I would recommend it. I also carry a Swiss Army knife. This is the Victorinox Forester, and this is in my pocket. So usually for my belt system I have the Camper, which is a smaller knife, but since I'm not carrying a fixed blade, only the parang, so I want a good folding knife. So single large blade, which is one-handed opener. This doesn't have the serrations. This has a saw as well as the basic tools in a Swiss Army knife, like the can opener and the bottle cap opener. And there's also this addition of the ferro rod and tinder. So just great for the outdoors, and this sits in my right pants pocket. So there have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. The whole idea is to share my system that works for me in my environment and for my needs. Maybe you get a few ideas from this, maybe it doesn't suit you at all. But if you have any suggestions or ideas on how to improve this, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.